Hello everyone, I'm back again for a second video that I also had no plans to make, but hey, when inspiration strikes, I must work. So I hope you're all well. It is what, a little after 4 p.m. here in the city, so wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. So while I was waiting for my video that I did on strong female characters and how that argument is used to gaslight gamers, that took some time to upload. YouTube is a weird thing. It'll sometimes upload a video in like 10, 15 minutes. Other times it takes an hour plus, and that video was what, 40 minutes? Whatever. But anyway, it's finally uploaded, but while I was waiting for it to upload, naturally you just start browsing the net and whatever. And I came across a comment or something online that led to an article on Forbes about Abby from The Last of Us 2. Apparently, her workout routine, and I don't mean the body model, the CrossFit athlete who she was based off of. I'm talking about the actual in-game character herself. Apparently, there are some in-game, I guess, images or whatnot that explain her workout routine. So I figured I've got to jump on this because one of the biggest debates ever since the game came out is Abby's appearance and is her size, right? In particular, her size possible or even plausible in the type of game she's in. And I've made videos on this. Other commenters such as Leanna Kay have made comments on this, and we basically share the same opinion on this, which is no. Abby's her size in particular, how bulky she is not really possible in a post-apocalyptic world where the resources you would need in particular, lots of sleep, lots of protein-rich food, being able to eat a very clean diet, lots of exercise, right? Eat a lot, sleep a lot, work out a lot for several years, and you might get to Abby's body. But as I've mentioned in several videos that I've made about this particular topic, and as Leanna has made, and many other people have made videos or commented in videos about Abby's body, generally speaking, it's highly unlikely that she would get to that size living in that kind of, war-torn, diseased, right, kill or be killed type of environment. But apparently, her in-game workout routine has been found. So since the question is realism, how real is it? I decided, well, look at her workout routine as described in game, and compare it to some real life athletes to real life female athletes in particular, who have a similar body build, body type to her. So let's get to it. So this article comes from Forbes, right? And it says The Last of Us Part 2 haters use Abby's workout schedule to try to disprove the existence of her arms. And it's written by Paul Tassi, who apparently does news and opinion about video games, television, movies, and the internet. In other words, he's a shill. But anyway, let's look at what this says. Right? He writes, one of the many stupid debates surrounding The Last of Us 2, one of the stupidest has been, or rather, let me start over again. Of the stupid debates surrounding The Last of Us Part 2, one of the stupidest has been about Abby's physique, with players critiquing her muscular build. Abby is a force of nature, incredibly strong, and so much so that she plays totally different than Ellie in combat. Okay. Alright. I have something to say about that, but we'll get there later. But her build has been criticized as unrealistic by a vocal subset of players who have tried to make it a meme, in addition to other pile of grievances they have with the game. This has taken a truly hilarious dumb turn as players have discovered Abby's workout schedule, an in-game asset. Apparently the link leads to Reddit, right? and have used it to try to pick apart why doing that workout she simply could not have arms that jacked. So there's a tweet here from 9Volt, says studying every asset in the game to prove that it's impossible for a woman to have muscles. So then it says here, it says no problem. Here's the proof. It has the Reddit link. It says the image shows she does not work on her arms to the capacity an average woman would need to. Thursdays 4 times every 2 months. Additionally, food is rationed. The workout schedule is lying around the Washington Liberation Base and shows 2 months of Abby's workout. So they talk about how they try to brighten it, but it's hard to read. Of course it's hard to read. It's not meant to be read. But anyway, but here's what it says according to this article. Right, according to this article, and you see some dumbbells. So that's the first thing I'm looking at, dumbbells. And I'm going to say something about that. But apparently month one is Monday, upper body, Tuesday, rest, Wednesday, jogging, Thursday, full body, Friday, rest, Saturday, yoga, Sunday, rest. Month 2 is Monday, full body, Tuesday, rest, Wednesday, lower body, Thursday, weights with a question mark. Maybe they can't quite make out what it says, whether or not Thursday says weights. Right? Yeah, the image, I mean, it's hard to see because it's very grainy, but it looks like it says weights for the second month. And then it says Friday, rest, Saturday, yoga, Sunday, rest. Now, here's my issue with this workout routine. Outside of knowing that she jogs on Wednesday during the first month, right? We know that she jogs on Wednesday, and that she rests about 3 times a week, generally speaking, right? Usually Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. That seems to be consistent between the 2 months, and that she does yoga on Saturday, and apparently only went running on Wednesdays during the first month. It doesn't mention anything about running in the second month. It just says lower body for Wednesday. That could mean anything. But this tells us nothing about how long Abby's been working out. It tells us nothing about what her workouts previous to this were or what they were after. We just know that it's for like probably the month of March and maybe April. But it's just very, there's hardly any information here. Upper body. Okay, what does that mean? Is that a back and bi split? Is that working shoulders? Is it working back? Is it working chest? Just says upper body. Okay, like what is she using? Like, is she using a barbell? Is she using? I'm guessing she's using dumbbells. Given the Reddit image, shows a pair of dumbbells in front of the workout schedule. So perhaps during that period she was using dumbbells to work out. Which there is no shame in using dumbbells. I'm not trying to shade it or anything. I'm just saying this split, right? This workout schedule doesn't really tell us anything about her workout. Okay, what is her full body routine? Is that including legs? The only thing that I would imagine is legs specifically is the jogging, and then in month 2 it says Wednesday is lower body. But even then, for lower body, what are you doing? Are you doing squats? Are you doing deadlifts? Are you doing lunges? Are you doing hip thrusts? We know absolutely nothing. Or rather, I shouldn't say nothing. That's not fair. We don't really know how Abby is really building her body up. This is just terribly generic. Nothing is clear outside of her rest days, her jogging, and her yoga. That's it. We know for certain that she rests 3 days a week, that she jogs once a week, and that she does yoga once a week. And the jogging thing is only seems to be for the first month. So what, does she jog every other month? I would imagine that you would be doing jogging or rucking or just traveling on foot a lot given the world that she lives in. Honestly, in my opinion, she should have a workout ru- routine similar to maybe that of a soldier, right? A lot of calisthenics, a lot of rucking, a lot of, doing sit ups and push ups, calisthenics work. In my opinion, that would make more sense given the situation that she's living in, right? Does she take time to practice hunting or tracking people? I mean, these are not skills that most people are just born with, or that you just have like expert knowledge of. You have to learn how to shoot a gun. You have to learn how to fire, how to use a bow and arrow, right? You have to learn how to stalk and track animals or people or whatnot. So when does she make time for these things? More importantly, again, right? When is she sleeping? Like, what is she doing on those 3 rest days? Is she doing active re, re, re active recovery? Is she sleeping well each night? Right? Is she getting 8 hours or more of sleep? I doubt it. And what's her diet? Right? We know the food is rationed, which if you're trying to get as bulky and yolk as she is not good. You need to actually eat to excess, right? To at least get to the look she has. Then you'd have to just eat a certain amount of calories just to maintain it. But to get that way, you have to eat in excess, and I don't know how you're doing that unless you're stealing food, right? If food is rationed. But again, what's the quality of the food that is rationed, right? Actual military rations are not designed to make you, fit and strong and all that and keep you yoked. They're meant to just keep you going, right? They're highly caloric, but it's not exactly the healthiest or the best tasting food around. And you need to eat a really clean diet full of protein to get a body like hers, and you have to do this for an extended amount of time. So we know nothing about what she does on her rest days. We don't know what her sleep schedule is like, and we still get nothing about her diet. And we learn very little about her workout over 2 months. So, in my opinion, we've learned next to nothing about how she got this way in the context of the game world, right? We know the reality of it is that they used a CrossFit person. I think her name is Colleen Foch or something, as the sort of like body model, and then they took it from there, which is fine. But in game, right? And just again using reality, since everybody wants to talk about how realistic it is. Well, realistically speaking, this doesn't tell us much, and we still don't know anything about the other two parts of fitness, which is getting good sleep and eating good, healthy, nutritious food in high amounts to get the type of body she has. Given that in the game she's eating like old candy bars and granola bars and burritos, unless it's a cheat day, I highly doubt she's eating um, nutritious food, the type of food that you would need to have the body of a powerlifter or a CrossFit athlete or whatever. But now I'm going to compare Abby to two real life athletes who actually have a build that is similar to hers. WWE female wrestlers, uh, Natalia Neidhart and Beth Phoenix, both who are noted for not looking like the other girls, right? Being much bulkier, bigger, generally speaking, than their female counterparts, who are usually a lot more muscular and lithe, right? Very slim women, but muscled, right? And I wanted to compare Abby to them, right? Since the issue is realism, let's compare her to two real life women who live on the road, travel a lot, don't always have access to the best food, and see what they say about what they need to do to stay fit and what type of exercise that they're doing. Right? So first I'm gonna start with Natty Neidhart. Mainly because Natty actually does look a lot like Abby. She's just has a more uh, pretty feminine appearance, but in her look, she actually does look like her a lot. So this is from Women's Health. From let me see what it says here. From March 2017. So from a few years ago, right? And here's what it says about Natalia's workout, right? It says here that Natty is known for being tough on her opponents and she doesn't hold back in her workout, while Natalia says her go-to exercises are squats, lunges, and Olympic lifts, right? Clean and jerks, push presses, deadlifts, and snatches, right? So if you're doing Olympic lifting, right, you're usually lifting pretty heavy weight, right? It's a full body workout, right? And she's doing leg specific work such as squats and lunges, right? And for Olympic lifting, especially for like the snatch or the clean and jerk, you actually do a lot of squatting because both of those movements require that you go into a deep squat before you come up and either press the weight over your head or kind of go into like a staggered stance lunge and press the weight up. Yes, I'm fat, but I do know my fitness when when I see it. So Natty explains that her favorite gym exercise is heavy squats. These exercises help me so much with my in-ring performance because I use my legs a lot for strength, she says. When I power bomb fellow superstars, I know I can do it with ease because my front squat game is strong. Squats also keep me curvy, and I'm all about that. Natty also says that she loves running, saying that if she has a good running partner, she can run for hours. So while it's not exactly a detailed split, we at least know some of the exercises Natty was doing at this time. She was doing squats, lunges, Olympic lifts, right? Clean and jerks, push presses, deadlifts, snatches. Her favorite move is heavy squats because of the leg strength that it gives her, and that she was running, right? Now, granted, it's not a split. We don't know exactly what else she was doing, but at least we are getting an idea of the training style she was using. It was basically Olympic lifting, with maybe some power lifting here and there, but the deadlifts and whatnot. I've seen other videos of Natty where she does things like bench press or squat, and those are staple lifts, and deadlifts. Those are staple lifts for power lifters. So I think it's fair to say that her training style seems to be a hybrid of Olympic lifting and power lifting, both of which, if you do it for a long time, will give you a body similar to Abby's, especially if you're getting a lot of good sleep and if you're eating right. So, this is one article from Women's Health. There's another one from Sports Illustrated, again from 2017. And Natty Neidhart at that time was 34 years old, and she states in the magazine that for performing for WrestleMania, which is like the Super Bowl for pro wrestling in particular, if you're a fan of WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, she explained at the time that when WrestleMania comes around, she focuses on cutting down her diet and kicking up her workouts, saying, the days leading up to WrestleMania, we, meaning the wrestlers, really watch what we eat. And I hit the gym no matter what, she tells People. I'm guessing this was also in People magazine. And she says that when you're walking out in front of 70,000 people, you want to look your absolute best because it's not just those people watching live, it's the 170 plus countries around the globe that are tuning in. right? And then she says that her diet, which she says is the key to staying in tip-top shape, doesn't change too much, too much. And she says that the thing about WWE is that it's year round. There is no off season. So while bodybuilders can diet for a show, and they normally wrestlers have to maintain their physiques all year long, right? And she says that 90% of the struggle is in the diet. I love to exercise, but you can't outwork a bad diet. If you're not eating properly, then you're definitely not going to look your best. And then when it brings up the constant travel, right? Natty says that they have Yelp and Google, and the first thing that she does is try to find food in a gym, and because they have a look to maintain. And she states that at the gym, she focuses on Olympic lifting and says here, at least, that her favorite move is the clean and jerk, stating that you're lifting weight off the ground and you're throwing it up, so you're giving your body a whole body workout. And it definitely imitates throwing people around in the ring, right? So again, it's not super detailed. I will be honest about that, but we know that at the very least she's uh, sticking to a very strict, or most likely sticking to a very strict diet, right? Which she admits you have to do all year round because there's no off season, so you have to eat clean. And we know that she's doing Olympic weightlifting, right? Focusing on front squats and the clean and jerk, which again is a very squat heavy move. So it's going to give her very powerful legs. And the next person is Beth Phoenix, right? Who, honestly, Beth and Natty Neidhart look like they could be uh, mother and daughter, honestly. But this is an article from Perez Hilton. I don't know from when. There's no date on it, but it says here that I'm trying to see here. It's Beth is talking about what she has to do at the time to live up to the name, the Glamazon, right? Glamorous Amazon, and strive for a better body. She says that she's not a bodybuilder or a power lifter, but just a naturally strong athlete. And what she says is that when she started with WWE, that she trained very rigidly and repetitively with weights, right? And that her split at the time was a 5-day split of chest and triceps on day 1, back and biceps on day 2, shoulders on day 3, legs on day 4, and cardio, right? Day 5 was cardio, right? So it sounds like your usual bodybuilder split, right? And then she says that she would incorporate additional cardio into every workout, sometimes up to 45 minutes a day, right? So we see it was cardio heavy and that it was a traditional bodybuilding split. She also states that she coupled this with 3 meals a day, right? And it made her strong, but it didn't give her the results she was looking for. And then that 5 years into her career, neck and lower back pain were creeping up on her because of the weights, the travel, and the wear and tear of the ring. So she sought out a strength and conditioning coach named Rob McIntyre, who introduced her to Olympic lifts and athletic strength training. So apparently, Rob told her that her back pain actually came from the weakness in her glutes and hamstrings. Right? So, one second. Sorry, as I was saying. So apparently, Rob told Beth that her back pain was coming from weakness in her glutes and in her hamstrings. So he started her on Olympic lifting, right? Teaching her lifting basics such as cleans, push presses, uh, clean and jerks, deadlifts, squats, and snatches. So I would say more, to me in a way, it looks more like a hybrid of Olympic lifting and powerlifting, given that the Olympic lifts are the are the push press, although I don't think they have that officially in the Olympics anymore. But the push press, the clean and jerk, and the snatch, whereas deadlift, squats, and bench press, which is the one thing not mentioned here, interestingly enough, are the three staple exercises of powerlifting. So, in my opinion, it seems more like a hybrid, but there is definitely a focus on Olympic style lifting, right? But anyway, she says this particular style of training uses exercise that requires your entire body working efficiently in one fluid motion. The exercises are simple and not concentrated on one group at a time, right? And that she was able to have to not do cardio anymore because it's such a full body workout. She then says that each workout it began with a couple of big exercises followed by smaller muscle groups, right? She began her routines with explosive exercises such as cleans, right? And then she would sprint through her sets of lifts and take short breaks in between, right? And she says that the results, she explains that she wasn't trying to look like She-Hulk, and she wasn't trying to look like she could go to the Arnold Classic, right? So she wasn't going for that bodybuilder look, and that she simply wanted to be a stronger, leaner, healthier, pain-free version of herself, right? So she says here, coupled with a diet of lean protein. I want to focus on that again, right? So she's doing all this Olympic lifting, right? All of these full body workouts, but she knows that so coupled with a diet of lean protein and leaning heavy on the veggies as staples in her diet, traditional strength training made me the strongest and leanest I have ever been, and I have not stepped foot on a cardio machine. Right? So that seems to be the key for Beth. The fact that she took up Olympic lifting, right? Doing all these full body style lifts, right? That combine squats and presses and lunges and all these other things. And a clean diet of lean protein and veggies. And while we don't know exactly what Natty's diet was, it's not stated in these articles that I found, but we know she was eating clean, or at least mostly clean. Now, again, it's not exactly telling us exactly what they ate or exactly what their reps and sets were or the weights using. I'll be honest about that. But we have more of an idea from these two or three articles about these two real life women about what you need to do to look like Abby in real life than we get from the actual game itself, which tells us that she jogs on Wednesday and that she has a 3 day and that she rests every other day, and that her upper body workout is on Monday and her full body workout is on Thursday. The reality, since this is all about reality, the reality is you need to train long, you need to train hard, you need to train for years to look like Abby. You need optimal conditions to look like Abby. You need to sleep a lot, you need to work out, do either powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting as Natty and Beth do, or a hybrid of both. And you need to eat clean as a mofo to get those type of bodies, right? And we know for certain that Abby is not eating all that clean, right? Rations aren't clean eating, burritos are not clean eating, right? 25-year-old fitness bars or 25-year-old candy bars, right, are not clean eating. They might be all that's available to her, and that's okay. There is there is nothing there is nothing wrong with eating what is available in a dangerous situation where everything is against you. You eat what you come across. I'm not trying to shade that, but stop saying that Abby's body is realistic. Abby's body is realistic in the sense that it is based off of a real person. When it comes to the actual circumstances she's living in, no, her body is not real. Her body is not possible. If this were about the real world, if they had taken any inspiration from reality, they would have given her a workout style similar to that of an active duty soldier, right? And they probably would have given her a lean, muscular look similar to Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2. If this were in any way about realism, it's not. Right? She's big and bulky and strong because she's meant to be the visual opposite of Ellie. Ellie's very slim and lithe, so naturally, given that Abby is supposed to be her opposite, they make Abby big and bulky and strong. Okay, that's fine. I think that Abby's design still wasn't all that good, right? I think it gets attention for all the wrong reasons, but I understand what they're trying to do with the visual contrast, right? Abby's big and strong and she's violent, so they give her this big, bulky, intimidating, menacing look to reinforce the differences between her and Ellie, right? Ellie, at least up until the very end of the game, there is no way Ellie is going to win a physical bout, right? A physical fight against Abby. That's fine, right? If if the reason is, oh, we wanted to do a visual contrast, right? Because we were trying to tell a story through visual narrative. Okay, fine. No problem there. Just stop with this idea that oh, Abby's body could totally exist in a post-apocalyptic world where everyone's killing each other, where food is scarce, we have to walk or ride everywhere on horseback, and there's a disease turning people into zombies. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Abby's body ain't real. Abby herself is not real. She's no more real than Melina, Ivy, Taki, Kitana, the boss, Quiet, Sniper Wolf, or anyone else. It's a video game. It is perfectly fine for Abby to be over the top. I think Naughty Dog screwed it up, but it is perfectly fine for her to be unrealistic. So please stop using this realism argument. She ain't real. She could not have the body that she would have given the circumstances. There is no way in hell she or anybody else, whether it be Maddie Neidhart, Beth Phoenix, Colleen Foch, or anyone else, could maintain that size and bulk if they had to live in the closest real world equivalent of The Last of Us 2, which is an active war zone. Because you'd be too damn worried about dying. Alright? She ain't real. And that's okay. But please, stop trying to list things like her workout schedule to show, oh, she's real, it's possible. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Hell, I've seen pictures of Lacey Evans, who's a pro wrestler also, but she was actually in the military. She was in the Marines. And if you look at Lacey's Marine photos, you will see very tall and very slim. Nothing here, right? Legs are slim, everything's slim because she was active duty. She was living a lifestyle that did not permit her to put on size. If you look at her now and you compare her military photos, it looks like night and day because it is. She has the body she has now because she works in a profession where she needs to look a certain way, and that certain way is basically a muscular Barbie doll. So she has time to work out and eat right and all these things that she probably couldn't do as much of back when she was actually in the Marines part as the military police. Right? Circumstances change, and how you look is in large part dependent on your circumstances, what is available and what is not available. You put my fat behind in a war zone, I'm going to lose weight real quick because I'm going to be scared to death. I'm not going to be eating much. I'm going to be just running around trying to live. I'm not going to be sleeping a lot. I would thin out real fast. I'm perfectly aware of that. So can we please put this argument to rest? Abby is not real. Her body is not possible in the in-game world she lives in. So say Jean, right? That's the bottom line, because Jean said so. But anyway, please let me know what you think of this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.